You're tuned in to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast, where we are building connections, showcasing the impressive, and inspiring movers and makers. I'm your host, Lenore, and our guest today traveled all the way to Kenya, one of the top tea-producing countries in the world, on a quest to find out what it really takes to produce tea. So when Chi Okehie fell in love with the purple tea on her journey, she decided to create Chixotic. I have it right here, a tea company that would give its customers a unique and fascinating tea experience. So Chi joins us to share her story and exactly why you should be incorporating Chixotic's Purple Tranquility tea into your daily routine. So Chi Okehie, welcome to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Thank you.
I'm excited. Thank you for sending us some Chixotic tea. I'm super pumped to try this. But first of all, tell us, what is purple tea? I had no idea that purple tea existed until you popped into my life.
You're not the only one. It's a relatively new tea, but it actually comes from the same tea plant, Camellia sinensis, that green and black tea, which people are more familiar with, comes from. It's only grown in Kenya at the moment, and it's only grown in Kenya because Kenya has very unique climate conditions and deep, rich soil that allows for purple tea to grow. But yeah, it's called purple tea because it has very high levels of anthocyanin, which is the same antioxidant that you find in like purple foods like blueberries, like eggplants, and it's like a super antioxidant that has so many health benefits.
Can you explain some of the other benefits that the tea can give your customers?
Of course. So purple tea is the only tea or food that has GHG. So GHG is an antioxidant that's known to help break down fat during digestion. So it's a very good weight loss tea. Also, it has antiviral properties. So some of the benefits include protection against cancer. So it blocks the cells that like cancer cells from forming. It helps cognitive function. Also anti-aging benefits. Blueberries is known for having anti-aging benefits, and it's that same antioxidant that you find in blueberries that you find in purple tea. And just so you know, purple tea has 15 times more anthocyanins than blueberries. So imagine getting 15 times more benefits than a serving of blueberries. So it is a powerful tea.
That definitely sounds like it's gonna work very well on my tummy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you're fine.
Now, what is the difference actually between, I know you mentioned it's kind of from the same tree as, say, black or green teas, but how is the purple tea really different from black or green? Is it just the antioxidants?
It's really the antioxidants. So Camellia sinensis tea plant has two variations. One is just sinensis and one is Asama. So purple tea comes from the Asama variation. And it's really, a lot of people actually say that purple tea tastes like green tea. So it's similar to it. But I think the main difference is the antioxidant. Purple tea has almost twice the amount of antioxidant as green tea. Same with black tea. It has like 52% antioxidants compared to green tea, which has about 28%. And I believe black tea has about 22%. Also, it's low in caffeine. So, black tea has very high caffeine. Green tea has an average. Purple tea is slightly lower in caffeine. So you can have it at any time of the day. Like I would drink it in the morning just to like help me stay focused throughout the day. But I will also drink it in the evening to help me wind down. So it's you can have it at any time of the day.
So now that we learned all about purple tea and the differences, how did Chixotic become Chixotic? I know you took a trip to Kenya just to learn all about the tea, so you really got to tell us the whole entire story.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I grew up drinking tea. Tea was part of my daily life. I grew up in Nigeria, and it wasn't even an option. Like every day you're served breakfast with tea. And then as I grew up and started learning, getting more interested in tea and learning the benefits, I discovered purple tea. I heard about purple tea and I went to Kenya and I actually went to visit the tea farm because I wanted to learn all about it. And I met with the amazing farmers, the organization that the Kenya Tea Department organization. And they just took me through the entire process of how this tea is made. It has very minimal processing. The purple tea that I have is whole leaf. It's steamed, no oxidation, no fermentation, which helps it retain more of the nutrients and antioxidants. So, I had a very lovely time in Kenya. And, it also, as an African, knowing that growing this tea is actually, how many Kenyans maintain a livelihood. Kenyan tea farmers, mainly the women are the farmers. So just knowing that me actually having this tea business helps them get income, for me, that was a big part of it, like the social impact. Also, the tea farms that we work with are fair trade certified. So, that was also important to me because I want to make sure that, whatever I'm involved in, that, they are getting paid fairly. And also it's Rainforest Alliance certified, which is all about sustainability.
Did you learn anything interesting or life-changing while you were in Kenya and figuring out how tea was made? Because honestly, I didn't know tea was brewed. I thought it was just boiled, or I have no idea. And the first thing I think about in brew is like brewing coffee or brewing beer. I never really thought about brewing tea.
Well, I think just actually seeing the farm and seeing the leaves, like the way the leaves are grown. And actually, the leaves, it's so nice because the leaves have purple hues, which is from the anthocyanin. But I think, just learning the process of how tea is made and how, it's a very detailed process, obviously, like you buy tea from the store, you just put it in hot water, you make it, but the leaves are actually picked one by one, very carefully. So they're very, very detailed in the process, which I find so amazing because, you make a cup of tea and, but you don't even know like what goes into the cup that you're having.
So what actually goes into your tea and your packaging? Because I know you must have a story behind it.
Well, so the packaging, well, obviously purple, it's purple tea. So, and purple is actually my favorite color, so it works out.
Me too.
It works perfectly. And, with the logo, I just wanted to represent strong women, It's like, a strong, sassy woman that's just enjoying a cup of tea. And it just kind of reflects me. And, as a woman, that's what I want. I want to see women strong, sassy, and just doing their own thing. So I wanted a logo that represents that.
Now you need one with like a snap. So she's sipping the tea and you're like, leave me alone.
Right, and it's a fancy tea. It's a fancy tea. It's a specialty tea. It's not your regular average tea. So
Pickies up.
You have to be fancy to enjoy it.
So what actually does purple tea taste like?
So it has a very, it's not grassy at all. So it has a very smooth, delicate taste. It has a woodsy flavor. And the good thing about it is that it doesn't really have the astringency that you get in green or black tea. Most people drink black tea with milk or sugar because it has a very strong astringent taste. With purple tea, you just brew it for 3 minutes. You can put lemon in it, but it's very smooth, very delicate. And it has a slightly sweet taste. So
what do you love pairing it with? Do you have like a
go-to? I think, my favorite thing to pair with, and, when you add lemon to it, it actually, because when you brew it, it doesn't look purple. The leaves are purple, but the tea itself doesn't look purple. When you add lemon to it, then it has like this pinkish, slightly purple color.
Yeah, I was actually just telling, before we got on, I was telling Chris, our engineer, he's like, is it purple? And I was like, I think that when you brew the tea, it's like this pink, purple, pomegranate color that goes on, but the leaves are in fact purple, as I can see through the container.
Yeah. So when you add it's like you watch it change color when you add lemon to it. So that's usually what I add to it. I've seen people that have tried it and, put some honey in it. But, I definitely don't put milk or anything else in it. I think, if you have a sweet tooth, you can add some honey to it. For me, I enjoy it by itself. Once in a while I add lemon to it because actually lemon enhances the antioxidant in any tea, not even just purple tea. So if you want, the more the better, right? The more benefits. I mean, look at the times that we're in. You might want to increase your immunity however you can. So, I add lemon to it every now and then.
Sign me up, right?
Of course.
And were there any obstacles that you faced when trying to create this company? Because this is born and bred out of your own house.
Of course, yeah. I mean, as you know, as a woman, having a full-time job and trying to start a business, it was very difficult. And also, the tea is coming from Kenya. So, I wanted to, just having to travel there. I traveled there a couple of times. Even though I'm an African, I'm not Kenyan. So, I had to understand the culture. I had to get to know these people on a business and personal level too. So, just the distance, bringing this tea to the US, because it was very important to me to bring it to the US. So bringing it to the US was it was very challenging, and a very big learning experience for me. But yeah, and also just learning about tea in general, because I thought I knew it all, but I really didn't. I had to do my research, and if you just Google purple tea, there's so many research materials online about it. So, because to be honest, I'm a very doubtful person. And, when I found purple tea, I was like, what is purple tea, So doing the research, going to Kenya, meeting the scientists actually that, just talked me through it and provided me like evidence of their research. That was tough, but that was something that I enjoyed doing.
Oh, it does. It definitely sounds so fun. Now, how can we get the tea? Tell us the details.
So you go to Chixotic.com, www.chixotic.com, free shipping, free domestic shipping. And right now I have a 20% sale going on. So yeah, might want to get it as soon as possible. And you know what? Thanksgiving is coming up, while you're getting ready to enjoy all that food, make sure you have your purple tea handy because, it's a good weight loss tea.
Oh my gosh. That's all I needed to hear. After all the food, I feel like I was so good this summer, right? I'm going to tell you my life story. I was so good this summer, and then all of a sudden, the last couple weeks, I feel like a bear in hibernation mode, just trying to eat everything. So I think I really need this.
I mean, being stuck in the house and, gyms are now getting open, but gyms were closed. So I mean, everybody is eating more, but, I make sure that I have and it's healthy weight loss, not like detox products. So I just, I try to be as healthy as possible.
So once again, that's Chixotic.com, Chixotic.com. You can shoot them an email, info@Chixotic.com. The number is 646-643-0723. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/Chixotic Tea, just the letter T, and on Instagram @Chixotic Tea, Chixotic TEA. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm so excited to try this wonderful purple tea.
And I hope you like it. I would love to hear your thoughts about it.
Oh, I got a mug at home, don't you worry, that is like my tea mug. So like it's a really big, deep one, so I can put all of it in there and I can just, do my thing.
Nice. Enjoy.
Well, that's a wrap on another episode of the Brand Ambassador Select podcast. I'm your host, Lenore. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss one. More at brandambassadorselect.com, and we will see you next time.